This month, we celebrate 5 years of Green Ridge Rec Center, plus get holiday tree safety tips. This and more coming up on RCT.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here today at Green Ridge Recreation Center, and joining me are Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Director Doug Blunt and Information and Business Manager Scott Ramsberg. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Hello. Hello.
We're excited to be here today. Green Ridge Recreation Center has been around for 5 years, right?
It has. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
It has. Tell us about the facility, Doug. How did this come into existence?
Well, it really came out of from feedback from our citizens. We developed a master plan in 2007 and did a citizen survey that brought about many of the different type of curriculums that we offer here at the facility that our citizens wanted. They wanted indoor fitness and wellness programs. They wanted to have indoor sports activities, such as being able to play basketball. Also, they wanted some type of aquatic attraction. And so we were able to put together a plan that incorporated all of these different outcomes from the master plan into one facility, and that's really how Green Ridge was developed.
Okay, there's certainly a lot here that's being offered to the public. Were there any challenges in creating this facility? Because it's really a large place.
It is. You know, the challenge is being able to maximize the full square footage of the building, not having unusable square footage, because you wanted to make it as efficient as possible, not only from a use standpoint, but from an operational standpoint. Also being able to get the right mix of different recreational amenities here in the building, and then figuring out from the aquatic standpoint the size of the facilities that's going to meet the demand of our citizens and their needs. And so it was a very complex project of being able to take all of these different variables together and coming up with what we have today.
Okay, and are there any success stories? I'm sure there are a lot of them.
You know, I think that one of them that comes to mind that I think has made such a difference in the lives of many of our citizens and of our members is our Lose Big program. This is a program that goes on quarterly that works with folks on their lifestyle goals that they want to have in terms of nutrition, wellness, exercise. And I think this program really has made a difference in a lot of people's lives of helping them to be healthier, to understand about exercise, to understand about nutrition, and how they need to be able to live their lives. And this is a program that, you know, every quarter that we offer it, it is very successful, very well attended, and we get a lot of repeat visitors, which I think a lot of people see the value in what it brings.
Sure, that's a great program, I understand. And how about future plans for the center?
One of the things that we really strive here at Green Ridge is that we want to be able to meet the needs of our members as well as citizens. So through our annual surveys that we get, we take that feedback, and that helps us to really come up with any changes that we're going to make if we're going to offer a new program, purchase a new type of piece of equipment. One of the things that we really try to strive for here with our wellness center is to have the latest in our cardio equipment. And we actually turn over our complete fleet of cardio equipment every 3 years. And that's something we're very proud of, and it allows us to keep up with the newest trends as well as the latest technology in the wellness area. And that's one thing that we will continue to do throughout the future to be able to meet the needs of our members.
And I'm sure the members really appreciate that, having that the most up-to-date equipment possible.
Yes.
Great. Now, Scott, talk to us about what's available at Green Ridge. It's such a large facility. There's always something going on here every day.
I think, first of all, it's telling that even 5 years later that Green Ridge is such a unique type of recreation center for the Valley. It really is a community place. Just look at the design of the indoor pool with our current river, our hot tub and water slides, all the way to the design of the walking track with its beautiful vistas around. And not only that, the fact that you don't have to be a member to participate in our programs here. Doug mentioned a couple minutes ago our Lose Big program. You get to work with a personal trainer and compete amongst each other as teams to lose weight. That's one you don't have to be a member to sign up, and we have all kinds of classes, karate for kids and crafts and you name it. It's happening here and at our other centers throughout the Valley.
And how can people find out more information? I know there's a website, and you certainly work on a magazine that goes out several times a year.
Right, our most recent edition, winter edition of Recreation magazine is out right now. You can pick that up at any of our rec centers or public libraries, and that is a whole slew of programs, hundreds of programs to choose from here at Green Ridge and elsewhere throughout the county. And also online, you can visit us at RoanokeCountyParks.com to look at our programs, or if you just want information about Green Ridge and our membership here, or our fitness schedules, our pool schedules, that's at GreenRidgeRecreationCenter.com. It's probably the easiest way to find it online. We've got a brand new website that we've just updated this fall. It's mobile optimized and worth a new look if you haven't checked it out in a while.
Sure. And one last question for you, Scott. I know the new year is coming. Are there any specials that are coming up for people?
Well, December we've got a couple promotions going on. If you prepay for a 6 or 12-month membership, you actually get a 10% discount. So by putting that money up front, you can have big savings, which is actually amounts to up to $90 for a family. And additionally, we're offering a 5 for $25 pass special, which comes around every once in a while. So it's a really great deal to purchase some advanced day pass tickets from us here at Green Ridge.
Sure. I know a lot of people start to think more about New Year's resolutions, and exercise is certainly one of them.
That's
so
right.
This is a great place to come. Good. Thank you both for being here and talking about Green Ridge. Thank you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm joined today by Megan Cronice, who's the Principal Planner in Roanoke County's Community Development Department. Megan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Tell us what your job is first before we talk about one of the important projects you've been working on. What does a planner do in Roanoke County?
We have several planners, and we do a lot of different things. I'm in charge of long-range planning, and I also do some zoning work and transportation planning, lots of different things.
Okay. Great. And one of the big projects you've been working on is one out on Plantation Road. Tell us what that project involves.
Well, it started with our long-range plan, which is the comprehensive plan, and we did an area plan called the Hollins Area Plan in this area back in 2008. So this was implementing the Hollins Area Plan with streetscape improvements, bike and pedestrian improvements as well. So we started at 5.5 years ago, and we've finally gotten to the point where we're ready to move forward with phase 1, which will be a shared use path, which will be 10-foot wide asphalt like the Roanoke River Greenway on the west side of the road from Williamson Road up to Walrun Drive. Sidewalk from there up to Friendship Lane. Then on the east side, we're going to have a sidewalk from Williamson up to Friendship Lane as well. We'll also have street trees and pedestrian lights and some crosswalks, as well as curb and gutter and some storm drainage improvements.
Okay, so it's going to look much more friendly for pedestrians and just
Absolutely.
a lot of improvements that were needed in that area, I'm sure.
It'll allow people to walk and to bike
Sure.
instead of having to get in their cars to go everywhere, which is the case right now. It's a 5-lane
It's a very
wide
busy
road,
area.
it's 45 miles an hour, and traffic moves fast. So we think this will really enhance the area and make it more of a place instead of just an exit.
Right, right. And when's the schedule to be completed?
Well, we go to construction ad next October, and we expect to break ground early 2016. And hopefully it
Okay.
can be done by the end of 2016.
Okay. And what stage are you in right now?
Right now, we are finishing up the engineering design, and we'll go to the right-of-way phase where we're acquiring some needed right-of-way from property owners.
Okay. And what does that mean when you say right away?
It means we need a little bit of elbow room, as our consultants say.
Okay.
We need a little bit of property on either side of the project in some spots in order to build the improvements within the public right-of-way, which is owned by VDOT.
Okay. And I'm sure there have been a lot of public meetings so citizens can come out and see what type of activities occurring. Have they been well attended?
They have been. We had a citizen information meeting this past January with over 100 people attending, which is
good.
fantastic response for the meeting. We got a lot of really good input. And then we did have a design public hearing in November, and we had about 50 citizens attend that, and it was well received as well. So we think for phase 1, the public component is finished, but for additional phases in the future, we'll have meetings as well.
Okay. So there will be upcoming meetings and those are announced.
Yes,
Okay.
and we do have a plantation update email that people can subscribe to. We also have our community developments email that puts all of those meeting notices in it, and
Okay.
we also have a website.
Good. And what is that website?
www.roanokecountyva.gov/plantation.
Okay, so people can go there, find out more information, and any public meetings coming up, that is also found on that website as well. Good. Well, thank you for the update. I know it's going to be a great enhancement for that area, and we look forward to more updates from you as we go along.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to find a book, read the latest issue of a magazine, or do research at your local library on a Sunday? Well, now you can. Our South County and Vinton libraries are now open from 1 to 5 on Sunday afternoons. This means that you'll have access to our extensive collection of books, DVDs, and audiobooks, as well as our library's many computers and, of course, our friendly, helpful staff. We want to be part of your Sunday afternoons. For more information, contact the South County or Vinton libraries.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. My name is Brian Klingenpeel, and I'm the Public Education Specialist for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. It's always fun to decorate for the winter holidays, but sometimes those decorations can also be dangerous from a fire safety standpoint. I wanted to share with you today about a program that we've been doing here at Roanoke County Fire and Rescue for about 9 or 10 years now that involves Christmas tree tags that we take around to all the lots in Roanoke County that sell live Christmas trees. And the tags just have some safety reminders on them of how to treat your live Christmas tree that's in your home safely, some things you can do to be safe with a live tree in your home this holiday season, and also some reminders about smoke alarms, which we always give out. So I hope that if you go to buy a live tree this year from some place in Roanoke County, that you will find a tree tag there. If you don't, ask the vendor, because more than likely they probably have one lying around. But let's share some of those tips that we find on the tree tags with you today. First off, anytime you buy a live Christmas tree, fresh cut Christmas tree, it needs to be placed in water. It is so important to keep the Christmas tree well watered. There's actually a video out there that you can see that shows the difference between a well watered tree and a tree that is dry, that hasn't been watered at all, and what the difference is when a flame is touched to it. If it's a dry Christmas tree, it's pretty much like having a torch sitting in your living room, and we don't want that to happen to you. So please keep the Christmas tree well watered that you have in your home. And also along with that goes that you need to discard it promptly after Christmas. We don't want the dry Christmas tree left after the holidays are over, as it does pose a hazard in your home. Also, when we think about the Christmas lights that we put on the tree, we want to inspect those for any kind of frayed wires that may be there, and correct those problems or get new lights if necessary. We only want to use lights that are have some kind of label on them that says that they are UL approved by Underwriters Laboratory. That's a little extra layer of safety there too. So we hope that you will certainly do those things. Also, we want to remind you that you need to have a working smoke alarm in your home, especially around the holiday season. It's very, very important. We don't have many live Christmas tree fires in Roanoke County, or even across the country for that matter, but when we do, statistics show that they are very dangerous. They are more likely to cause a death in a home when it's involving a Christmas tree. So we just hope that you will be safe with your holiday tree, your Christmas tree this year, that you will keep it away from sources of heat, at least 3 feet away from any source of heat, and don't put it in an exit aisle either. We want to keep those exits clear too. Another increasing problem we've seen is candles. More people are using candles to decorate around the holiday season with different holidays, and those candles need to be monitored closely. They shouldn't be left burning unattended. Someone needs to be in the room with the candle while it's lit, and anything that can burn needs to be kept at least 12 inches away from the candle. We hope you have a very happy holiday season. If you'd like more information about holiday or winter safety, please feel free to contact Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. We can be reached at www.roanokecountyva.gov/fire rescue.
Roanoke Valley Television is available on the web. Just log on to rvtv.org to find your favorite RVTV show, video, or PSA. Watch Inside Roanoke, Roanoke County Today, Spotlight on City Schools, Accent Excellence, and more. Check out the informative and fun videos like Lead Safety, Choose Right, The Dangers of Synthetic Drugs, and the Zombie Run video. Find out about special events and programs by watching the RVTV public service announcements. Go to rvtv.org and click on the Media Center icon to start viewing right away.
Welcome back to the show. I'm joined today with Roanoke County Fire and Rescue Chief Richard Birch and paramedic firefighter David Jones. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. David, we saw you back in the summer. There was an award that you won, and recently you've won a new award. It's a Governor's Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS Health and Safety. And Chief, I'm first going to ask you the question, what is the process to receive this prestigious award?
Well, it's a very, very competitive process. The state is broken up into different regions. And the region, there's 11 of those regional areas throughout the state. So first you're nominated for this award at the regional level. So we are competing with 10, 12, a dozen or more jurisdictions within our region. So it's quite an honor to receive that award at the regional level. If you are the winner at the regional level, then your name is automatically submitted to the governor's office for consideration as a governor's award. And Dave was very fortunate that in November when that was presented and they had the award ceremony that he won the governor's award in this category.
That's great. Congratulations,
Thank
David.
you.
That's quite an honor, I know. Tell us about what you do. I know you're in charge of the fitness program for
Yes,
the
ma'am.
department. Tell us what you do. How do you keep everybody healthy?
Right, well, as the Wellness Fitness Coordinator, I oversee the fitness evaluations that we do for our firefighters, usually on an annual basis. During that evaluation, we assess the firefighter's blood pressure, resting heart rate, along with a body weight, and we do a body fat analysis. If a concern is detected with their blood pressure or heart rate, then they are referred to either their personal physician or to the fire department's occupational physician for a follow-up. Now, during the physical part of the evaluation, we assess the firefighter's aerobic capacity along with flexibility, and then we do a muscle endurance and muscle strength test as well. Once they finish that evaluation, we look at the results of that day, and then we look at previous results, see and compare the two. Then we go over some fitness goals that firefighter might have for the future. Once that's done, I will give them a recommended program to help them reach their fitness goals.
Wow, that's a lot that you're
is.
responsible for.
It is.
How many employees do you
We test
manage?
usually around about 150 to 155 firefighters.
So that's a large group of people to be responsible for. Great.
Keeps me busy.
I'm sure it does. Well, so how does this make you feel to receive this Governor's Award?
Well, it's a true honor, and I appreciate for getting the award, and I'm grateful for it as well. But my greatest reward for it is that we get to help our own to become healthier and to stay healthy throughout their career as firefighters for Roanoke County.
Sure, they have to be healthy so they can be out there helping the
Absolutely.
citizens. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Chief, I'm sure David comes to you and has a lot of necessities, priorities for this program. Tell us what those needs are, how you're able to support those.
It is quite a bit of equipment, and first I'd like to compliment David too. In addition to his duties as a paramedic firefighter, he has taken on the training to become a certified trainer and do all the things he just mentioned.
Right.
And he did that as extra duties above and beyond his normal day-to-day activities. So thank you there, David. But it does take quite a bit of equipment at each station. In 2007, we was very fortunate to receive a fire grant at approximately $200,000 that allowed us to equip all the stations with the equipment that will help keep the firefighters in shape, as David explained. Again, much of the success on receiving that grant came from the program that David had in place, and all we needed was the equipment to fulfill all the needs. And then, of course, we have it on an ongoing basis. Equipment breaks down, and we try to maintain it and keep everything up to date. We just recently bought some new equipment at the Cave Springs station, who didn't quite have everything everyone else had. But it takes quite a bit to keep it going, but the real credit goes to David. And there's extra time he puts in to meet with those 150 or so firefighters.
Sure. And I know this is an honor for David, but also an honor for the department. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel extremely proud of David because he did this as an individual award. We are also very proud of the department. We have won 15 Governor's Awards since they were established in 2002 in both the fire category and the EMS category. And I know of no other fire department in the Commonwealth that has that track record, and it's due to individuals like David.
Great. Well, it is indeed an honor for both of you. Thank you both for being with us today, and we'll be right back.
We have answered calls before for turkey fryers, and again, a lot of it comes from having it on a wooden deck that's attached to a house. And so if you're going to fry a turkey, you really need to do it out away from the house, out in the yard. It needs to be away from the structure and not on a wooden deck. The amount of flame on the wooden deck and that amount of hot oil, anytime you have that amount of hot cooking oil that's that hot on a wooden deck, you don't know what's going to happen.
Welcome back to the show. I'm joined today by Jason Bond, who is a spokesperson for the Virginia Department of Transportation, the Salem District, and also David Holliday, who's the Planning Administrator for Roanoke County. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, and we are here today at the Hanging Rock location for VDOT, one of their area locations, and just wanted to talk to you two today about what roads are like in the county, who maintains those roads. So David, let me start with you. What roads do the county manage?
Well, the county won't maintain any roads. We will take care of all of our county facilities, the Public Safety Center, our libraries, the parks, recreation facilities, and some of the sheriff's facilities in Salem as well that are county owned. Okay. But VDOT takes care of all of the secondary and primary roads and interstates within Roanoke County, and the only thing none of us touch are the private roads.
Okay. So is the county responsible for any type of maintenance to roads?
Not to any roadways, no.
Okay. Okay. It's good that we're having this discussion because I think a lot of viewers aren't clear as to what VDOT does and what the county does, especially when it comes to snow removal. So it's good to talk with Jason here. Tell us some examples of what VDOT does to maintain roadways.
Well, in addition to snow removal in the county, we also provide services like mowing. We pick up dead animals off of our right-of-way. We do vegetation management, pothole patching, different types of paving are all coordinated through the Virginia Department of Transportation on county roads, and Roanoke County being one of our counties.
Okay, great. And it's a very windy day today out here, and we're even seeing some snow flurries as well. It's very appropriate. Tell me, too, how this may be different. The county is different from Roanoke City and Salem, their roadways.
Well, most of your cities and your larger towns receive funding from the state to maintain their own road system. So they provide their own road maintenance activities coordinated through those cities or towns. So they provide these same services themselves and don't rely on VDOT to do that type of work.
Okay. And how can people request maintenance, plowing, pothole repair?
VDOT has a call center that you can contact us. The number is 1-800-367-7623. It spells out for road, F-O-R, road. You can call us anytime and request those types of maintenance services. Some of the things that we don't do that you were mentioning earlier, we don't take care of private roads. We don't plow snow on private driveways or sidewalks. Those are up to individual property owners.
Okay. And also, is there something on your website people can go to as well?
Well, there's information about road conditions during winter weather, and I point people to our 511 system. Our 511 website, www.511virginia.org, has the latest road condition information as far as snow removal, our road conditions, as well as flooding or incidents in traffic. It has real-time information, so that's the best source of information if you are a traveler in Virginia.
Okay. And Jason, what can citizens do to help VDOT when it comes to snow removal?
Well, one of the greatest challenges we have with snow removal are on subdivision streets where people leave their vehicles parked. It makes it more difficult to get out there and do what we need to do, and it can slow us down. Another thing citizens can do is when they shovel their driveways, if they're facing the road, they should shovel to the right. That way, when the snowplow comes through, it doesn't push that snow back into their driveway. So it's one of the tips that people can keep in mind when they're doing their snow removal, when they're shoveling their driveway out. We have a lot of folks that are concerned that the snowplow comes through and pushes that snow back into their driveway.
Right, that's a very good tip. And David, also, what are some future road projects that the county is working on right now?
Well, we're partnering with VDOT in several levels of programming. One of the more exciting ones is a pedestrian and bicycle accommodation streetscape project on Plantation Road that the county is administering, but we're working closely with VDOT as plans are drawn up. One of the larger VDOT projects that's coming up, hopefully in the next year, is Cotton Hill Road. It ties into the recent completion of the Route 221 project, and it will widen Cotton Hill Road from 221 up through Monet Drive and up through the Parkway underpass. And then we have several other smaller projects that we've been working on. The one in significant that's close to here is the Exit 140 Park and Ride. Not so small, but significant rebuilding of that park and ride that will hopefully go under construction not this coming season, but the season after.
So we have a lot of projects going on in the county, and I know there's a very good relationship between Roanoke County and VDOT. We have to have that. So thank you both for joining me today, and we'll be right back.
Think if your car has airbags, you don't need to wear a seatbelt? Think again. An unrestrained occupant can be seriously injured when striking an airbag. There are 3 collisions in a crash. The vehicle strikes something, the body strikes something, internal organs strike something if the body suddenly stops. Seatbelts slow the body instead of a sudden stop, which lessens the 3rd collision. Always wear a seatbelt, even if your vehicle has airbags. Remember, click it or ticket.
Roanoke County has launched a new generation of public geographic information system GIS applications that allow greater and easier access to the county's mapping, tax parcel, zoning, and government services data. The new application can be found in the new Maps and Apps gallery through the county's GIS page. A separate desktop computer application leverages new technology to provide citizens with 3-dimensional imagery of the county. Efficient delivery of technology services is a core mission for Roanoke County's GIS Services Group. To check out the new technology, visit roanokecountyva.gov/GIS.
I see cigarette butts everywhere. I see people every day throwing cigarette butts out of their vehicle windows. Now that there's no smoking in buildings, I see people, before they go into a building, they flip their cigarette butts, and most of the time they're still lit. They have caused forest fires. They are not biodegradable. They go into our stormwater system, and they just cause really large problems.
Volunteer firefighters respond to all types of emergencies. Volunteer firefighters fight fires. Volunteer firefighters save lives. Do you have what it takes? Visit roanokecountyva.gov/FRvolunteer or call 540-777-8706 to become a Roanoke County Fire and Rescue volunteer firefighter.